So it is 12:10 on Sunday, 12:10 Central Time. It's been a while since I was in the Central Time zone. I am leaving Ted's in Tony, Alabama, headed, I mean GPS, I have Nashville as my next stop. It's only 85 miles away, so I get up there and I can have lunch, scope out some stuff, see if I want to go a little bit further. I don't really want to go nuts. I did look up online all these states where I can conceal carry, so Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, I'm still good. And if I wind up going to the Ponderosa Sun Club, which is I'm thinking of going there, so a nudist colony in Roselawn, that takes me all the way up. I never go into Illinois, so I don't have to worry about the gun thing. But I don't know, it's just an adventure. It was really good to see Ted. It was like really weird because I've never had like any close relationships with people that I work with, because normally I look at work as work is work, and everybody at work is going to talk about work, and I don't want to hang out with them. So Ted and I, it's not like we hung around with like a lot of buddies and stuff, but you know, I was married at the time with little kids and he wasn't, so that kind of separates things. But then it's funny because when I saw him, we started talking. That saying of, you know, you can never go home, they talk about that. You know, you see somebody you haven't seen in 20 years and you realize we either have nothing in common anymore, or why the hell did I hang out with them in the beginning, you know? That wasn't the case. I mean, within 10-15 minutes we were laughing and talking about the old Flexonics days, and some of the people, the names that were coming up, and some of the little things that we did there, just to joke with each other and joke with other people. It was pretty cool. It was like I hadn't seen him in 6 months or a year, like an extended period, but not 22 years. So it was really good to see him, and it gave me a little faith in my fellow man, and it gave me a little faith in, I guess I really do know how to pick friends, you know. I'm a pretty good judge of character, and that does pan out. Now, the one thing that is kind of weird is as I'm an atheist, we did talk a little bit about it, and it's not that I was trying to convert Ted or anything, but we never really talked about that stuff years and years ago. Apparently Ted does have some kind of belief of something, you know, spiritual something, and I thought, you know what, that's cool. So maybe I'll learn something else on this trip, that, you know, I don't have to be as quote-unquote mean about being an atheist, but don't push it on me, because if you push it on me, you'll find out. No, but I mean, I learned that whatever works for people is fine. You know, there's nothing I can do to really change it, and if it works for them, why would I want to change it? Why would I want to kick out a crutch from underneath somebody who needs it? And he's doing fine. He's doing fine. Seeing a little bit of nature here on the side of the road. It's kind of a out in the middle of nowhere kind of place. I will keep up on some videos of some other things, but that's just a Sunday update early in the morning. Hope that didn't go too long. Love you guys. Bye. Alright, we're driving up 231. This is about as big as a highway as I will probably ever be on, which is kind of nice. And the main reason I turned on the video right now is because guess what? We are in Tennessee. And I heard this is called the Magic Mile because they have not one, not two, but 3 lottery stores. Yes, there it is. The Magic Mile. You're right over the border in Tennessee, because Alabama does not have a lottery. They do not have any kind of a lottery, but Ted lives close enough to the Tennessee state line where he goes over the line and gets his Powerball and his Mega Millions and whatever the heck else. It was pretty cool, you know. He used to do that a lot when I worked with him at Flexonics. He'd play some lottery, so he did a little gambling there, and then jumping out of airplanes is gambling, and then driving cars really fast is gambling. But he lived in a state where he can't get them himself, even though he lives across the street from a convenience store. However, he can travel about, what was it, a whole 8-9 miles, and goes to the Magic Mile and buys his winning lottery tickets. Oh wait, I don't think he's won that much lately. Oh well. So he's got that going for him. Oh wait, there's more of the Magic Mile. Yes, they call it the Magic Mile because of all the lottery stuff. And these lottery stores are interesting because you go inside and they have little tables where guys just basically sit down and order a beer and scratch off all their scratch-off tickets. It's like a little casino, kind of. I guess guys just hang out there, and that's a place to visit. So, all right, well, we are in Tennessee now, and in about 2 hours, I should be in Nashville. If I choose to go to Nashville, I don't know. A thought occurred to me. I gotta put this out there. When I worked with Ted years ago, he was kind of like my guru. He was the one who trained me on the machine that I thought I wasn't gonna be able to figure out. And oh, we need to get some of this. And what I wanted to talk about a little bit is the impressions that you can make on people. Okay. Ted made a big impression on me. He was kind of like my guru and kind of like a big brother in a way, and I guess I made impressions on him because there were things that we were talking about, like, oh yeah, I remember you used to say that, and I remember, and a lot of things came up. I can't believe that you remember I said that. So if somebody really means something to you, let them know, you know. And the other thing I got from that is, you never know what impression you're going to have on other people, because there were things that he said, like, yeah, I remember you said that one time, that always stuck with me. And I was like, really? Me? I said something that stuck with you? So, if you know somebody who means something to you, let them know. And know that you mean something to somebody else, whether you realize it or not, man. That's what life's all about, I suppose. Well, you hear that noise in the background? That is my CD. I was always wondering if this thing actually put out anything, because I would be able to hear people, but I would not be able to, you know, transmit. That would suck. So I got on there at break 19. I just got a new radio, and I was wondering if I could even transmit. And I got a guy real quick, came back, said, yeah, I hear you just fine. And I said, well, thank you very much. He goes, anytime. So my CB is good to go for emergencies, for other entertainment, just listening to other people, talking to crazy people like myself. Okay, not like myself, but you know what I mean. So that's down. I'm in luck. I found an NPR station near Fayetteville, Tennessee. So that's going to be good for a while. Right on. On vacation and you're driving slow when the semi passes you on the road like this, right? Right. And I got a feeling that the guy behind me is fixing to pass me up pretty soon too. Not sure if I have my accent right for Tennessee, but I'm dialing it in. This is my kind of cross-country travel, not that highway shit where you don't see anything. And the whole thing is I want to see some shit.
Master Stephen Copes conducting. Please welcome the St. Paul Chamber Orchestra.
Now, do you understand my wanderlust? I love this road. Nice driver! Lynchburg, Tennessee. That's the town that Ted told me about, where the makers of some liquor, I forget which, they make it there, but you can't legally possess it in that county because it's a dry county. How funny that is. Okay, but in 2000, I went on a road trip from Chicago, so I was headed south. I went to Kentucky and Tennessee, and what happened was when you come from the south, heading from the north into Nashville, You come over a hill and I was first struck with, wow, how pretty and how clean this city is. When you come from the south, though, not so much. But anyway, I'm in Nashville right now. And I am not sure, but I think that might be like the Capitol building or something. This picture doesn't really do it justice, but here's a street and you got this long ass thing. I wouldn't mind mowing that. That would be kind of a zen-like experience, but way up there past that fence, it gets even steeper. And then, of course, way up on top, you have the building. American flag and a Tennessee flag hanging up on top, just like that tower there, and just like a few others. Now, one thing I will say, this is Sunday, so the Johnny Cash Museum may be closed. I didn't see it on my GPS. I will look for it online. I have a feeling what I'm going to do is I am going to go just a tad north of Nashville and find a room and stay there for tonight. There's some really wicked storms coming, and I would rather not be in a tent or even in my van, depending on how bad they are. I'd rather be someplace safe. But I think Nashville is an interesting town where I could get into some trouble of the fun kind. Welcome to Nashville. They have a pedal tavern. Don't ask me what that is. And we got lots of crazy people down here. Yeah, so I'm thinking there could be some action down this street. You never know. The Johnny Cash Museum? Oh yeah. We got some shekels to spend there. Go ahead. Yep, the Johnny Cash Museum, that's where I'm headed right now. Okay, so the sign said Johnny Cash Museum. I can't find the Johnny Cash Museum, but even if I did, it's Sunday, and I'm in Tennessee, so I'm thinking, or thinking, it might even be closed. But I'll give it a good look and see if I can't find it. It doesn't show up on my GPS, which doesn't surprise me. But we'll see. Apparently in Nashville, you can see these bicycles. They're in racks, and I believe what they are is they're rental bicycles. You can rent a bicycle and then return it somewhere, and it costs a few dollars or something. I don't know. That's a very interesting concept. They should have that in more cities, although you have to have some kind of security making sure that somebody didn't steal the bicycles, but that's a job. Somebody who sits in a little booth and makes sure nobody's stealing stuff, and they can call the police in the event that they do. I think that's a really cool idea. There's been a slight change of plans. I decided not to stay in Nashville tonight because the storm is rolling in real slow, and I figured I'd rather make a little bit more time and go further north. Plus, in Nashville, all the fun, quote-unquote fun stuff that looked like it was there involved a lot of drinking, and since I don't drink, and I don't really relish the idea of being around drunken chicks, even though that can have an advantage, I thought I would just shoot up the road about 35-40 miles to Clarksville, Tennessee. I said Clarksville, and I know that some of you, the song was playing in your head. Take the last train to Clarksville, and I'll meet you, etc., etc., etc. Anyway, it's boring when I'm by myself. It was kind of cool being at Ted's house and having my hostage hitchhiker. Oh, he did get off safely. I didn't mean hostage like that. Just meant hostage like, you know, he can't go anywhere. was kind of nice having somebody to talk to. Now I'm just going insane. But it's cool. This is the kind of stuff I got to go for about 30-40 miles, man. Nice little hills, valleys, because there's always valleys with hills. And then lots of trees, and a little bit of rain. And I'm glad I rain-xed my windshield. So, here we go. Next stop, Clarksville. Okay. That's a really nasty weather coming, so I decided I got a little bit north of Clarksville, which is like really not too far from the Kentucky border. And I am staying at a motel that's a Baymont. It's a little bit more expensive than what I did before, but I mean, it's like $60, and I figure I might as well. I mean, last couple nights I spent a dime on a place to sleep, and pretty soon I won't be spending anything. So here we go to the Waffle House. Sounds good, huh? But it doesn't say anything about pants. All right. For those of you who haven't been to Waffle House, this is pretty much what it is. A little teeny place, and everything is right back here. Looking like T-bones and all kinds of good stuff. I'm gonna go on the left of my waitress. On my GPS, this says it's a Quality Inn, but in reality it's a Baymont. That's what happened to the Quality Inn sign when they changed over. They took that down, and that's where I see out of my room, which is kind of cool. Oh no, when I look over there at the Days Inn, $44. I could have saved 20. Damn. Oh well, that's what I get for only making one phone call. The van is all tightened up. Got all the curtains drawn, except for the one from the front. But I think it'll be okay. Our room's right here, the van's right here. I think I'm golden.